And on the seventh day, he said, "You must do Yak Back again." On this week at UMass Yak Back, we're going to talk about three things, as usual. The three things are not very usual. First, we're going to talk about the Olympics. Then we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. Last but not least, most importantly, we're going to talk about Flappy Birds. It's an app. Stick with us on this week's episode of UMass Yak Back. It's going to be great. Okay, so UMass Yak Back is America's #1 talk show. So, being very American, we have a nice melting pot of people to talk about it. People of different heritages, lineage, all that sort of thing. We have newcomer Ryan Marchant. We have all-time classic Oren Barco. We have a very studious expert of everything, Miles Powell. So, guys, I'm gonna play the fool and say I don't know anything about the Olympics. Can anyone explain to me? Ryan, can you tell me what the Olympics are about?
Generally speaking, the Olympics is when countries test one another through the power of sports. Done.
Competition.
Competition.
It's a healthy competition. Healthy because it's athletic.
Precisely. Precisely.
Now it's also a big thing in terms of foreign relations. We as America, everyone loves us. We don't have a lot to lose. But it's kind of a time for us to say, who am I going to root for beyond America? Where am I going to dig back down, find my ancestors? Where were they from? Oren, who are you going to be rooting for?
Well, I really tend to go for the countries that are the richest and have the most amount of disposable income to spend on genetically modified super athletes.
Yes.
So, if I had to choose someone other than America, it might be Russia. But
Russia.
all my chips.
Can't root for the home team.
Home field advantage.
Yeah, home field advantage. You gotta root for the underdog.
But like if I
the
had
Ghanas.
to choose, it'd be America.
So
Because we like to genetically modify things like people and carrots and whatnot.
by the way, did you know UMass invented the craze? So it's in Sochi, Russia.
Is that true?
Yes. I have never heard of Sochi. It doesn't sound like a Russian name. When I think Russian, Sochi doesn't come to mind.
Well, I thought it was Saki the whole time until you just said that. So.
Saki?
It sounds like a drink you get.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's
Sochi.
like where the drink came from or something.
So I understand there's a lot of problems going on there. I guess they're underprepared, Miles. Do you know anything about this?
I mean, I've seen like a lot of reporters complaining about their hotel facilities. Speaking of facilities, I did see a picture of the toilet seats. I think this is at the venue itself, not like the hotels, which is a little different story. Because you're gonna have a lot of randos going into the bathroom together. And normally, it's weird enough when you're at like a sporting event and they're all the urinals right there and you don't know whether to look down at yourself, look up, look straight ahead. But if you gotta do the number two, the toilet seats are, adjacent, very similar to how urinals are.
Oh, yeah.
No divider in between, so you could be high-fiving. It takes
no divider.
Well, it's all about unity and togetherness at the Olympics, and they want that to extend all the way to the bathroom.
You got to hold hands with people.
Yeah.
We're trying to foster that team spirit.
They want everyone to sing "We Are the World" while they're in the bathroom.
I wonder how many rolls of toilet paper there are if
it would be,
you each have one, or you have to ask.
Yeah, and it's going to be weirder than the actual taking shit. The people standing in line, because they're just going to be facing these people like taking shit. I can't shit under pressure like that. I can't piss under pressure. I can't even imagine that.
It's going to be tough. I also hear the water is a little disturbing too. Have you seen pictures of it?
I have. It's the same color as the table, so that's good.
No.
It's gross, and it looks like people are throwing up into it.
I find this a little strange because I have to imagine they had some heads up about the Olympics were
They had a
coming to
few
town.
years, in fact.
Yeah.
They had several years to prepare.
Now, I find this a little inexcusable. And it's not just people who are having issues. Oren, you said something to me earlier in the pre-show talks about canine issues.
Yeah, there's been an issue of there's a bunch of wild dogs running loose in Russia right now, and as soon as all the reporters and athletes got to Sochi, they were like, "The hell who let the dogs out?" And
Who?
and they complained to the government, and the government was like, get the Baja men in there, we're going to take care of these dogs, and they're killing thousands of these bitches, if you will.
That's how Russia handles situations. That's how they say it's windy. Some guy goes out with a gun and shoots this guy. They say, you know, we don't have any boots. Some guy walks around the shoe stores and shoots the boots. This is just how it goes in Russia. They solve it all with violence and aggression. I hope there are Russians watching. I hope they are.
They must be crazy in the actual Olympic Games then. If the sports players take on that kind of mindset, I think we're in for a really thrilling Olympics.
Victory or death.
Yeah, exactly.
Victory or death.
And that's the spirit of sports in the Olympics in general. The spirit of our global world, our international policy, right?
It's nonviolent global war. Yeah. That's what it is.
I also saw pictures of when the athletes are given honey in like little honey packets, and there's bees embedded in the honey. I don't know if this is on purpose. If it's
that's organic fair trade.
Well, where else are they going to put the bees?
I don't know. They're hives.
I don't know. Bees.
Well,
bees want a nice, safe place to sleep, and
they haven't.
Their honey.
They haven't constructed the beehives yet either. They haven't. They're not building the hotels, and they're not building the complexes, and they haven't built the hives either yet. So the bees are just wandering around, wondering, where am I going to sleep? You know.
At least they have their priorities in line, though. I think the humans need hotels before bees have hives.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Colony collapse disorder.
Maybe it's because Russia doesn't have a queen.
Maybe. And the bees do, so maybe they're fine.
Yeah. So, who you got? Who you got in the Olympics?
Who do I got?
Most golds?
Most golds. Most golds.
Most gold. I'm gonna go with Burkina Faso.
Just words right out of my mouth, but
exactly.
Man.
I just like going the underdog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's gonna say America. It's not the choice.
Personally, I think Vladimir Putin is just going to enter himself into every single competition, and he's just going to beat everyone to death. He's just going to break world records, and he's just going to get all the golds.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Winter Olympics has a lot of random sports I haven't heard about. If they have rifle shooting, jiu-jitsu, that sort of thing.
They do snow gambling.
I'll take Russia. Huh?
They have snow gambling, too.
Snow gambling?
Yeah.
What is snow gambling?
It's when everyone sits around in a circle in the snow, and they throw snowballs at each other. And then someone says the game's over.
Russian roulette. One of these snowballs is filled with piss.
Yeah.
And you just have to take it to the face.
Oh my
Miles, who do you have winning the most golds?
I'm gonna say nobody. I think it gets canceled before it's over.
For what reasons? For reasons we can't predict yet?
Because of the bees.
Or for the bees, the dogs?
I think everything combined. I think no one's gonna show up after they see the shitters. And or everyone's gonna need to take a shit and leave.
That's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Russian cuisine.
I think there'll be canines in the bathroom already using the stalls. The bees will be flying around. I don't see it ending.
You know what I do see ending?
This segment
of UMass Yak Back. Fellas, thank you so much. Ryan, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
I approve. You
Thanks
passed
for having me.
for a first timer. You guys, you both passed by the slimmest of margins. All right, so up next we're going to talk about the loveliest holiday, Valentine's Day. Oh, coming up. I love you, but you don't love me back. A common theme on Valentine's Day. We sent Molly Plaehn out into the field to think about this, to explore the topic on her own personal Valentine's Day rove. Let's send it off to Molly Plaehn.
This is Molly Plaehn reporting for UMass Yak Back. We are going to investigate Valentine's Day, student opinions of it, plans, what's on the agenda. It's a Friday night. All right. What are your thoughts on Valentine's Day as a whole?
When you have a significant other, it's great.
I don't know. It's a very exciting day for some couples out here. Kind of not an exciting day for people that are single, probably.
I'm kind of neutral. I mean, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, you get things. Probably cool. yeah. But if you don't.
I like it. Yeah.
I think it's over-commercialized is one reason. Lots and lots of money goes into buying chocolates or roses or whatever.
It's sad when you don't have a boyfriend because then everyone else has stuff to do and you just have nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, until I got a girlfriend, I didn't even know what day of the week it was or the date of it.
Well, it's a different day of the week every time.
This year I'll be watching the show that's coming out there. Whatever. I'll be watching a TV show that comes out that day.
With your girlfriend?
Yeah, if it works out that way.
Do you have any favorite traditions or qualities about Valentine's Day? Like, do you like the cards better or the chocolate or what?
I like cards and chocolate. I like them both.
I agree. I agree. Take notes, men.
I think it's a very good holiday. It's great for couples. I mean, I know a lot of single girls get pretty sad during it, but no biggie.
What is the TV show and why don't you remember?
I honestly don't know. It's got Kevin Spacey.
House of Cards!
Yeah, House of Cards.
So you are celebrating Valentine's Day Friday night watching House of Cards.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really romantic. Do you ever think talk about Valentine's Day? Nope. Do you guys have any sort of plans for Valentine's Day?
Spending it with her, probably.
What are you guys gonna do?
Eat a lot of food. Cuddle.
The dream.
It's just a day to me, but
okay. Yeah, well that's what's important. Do you have a second to talk about Valentine's Day?
Actually, 10 minutes late for class.
Oh wow. Good luck. Not a model student. Probably not a model boyfriend. Are you gonna go like Russell Stover? Or are you just gonna get like some M&Ms or what?
Can you give me the chocolate heart thingies?
Absolutely, with a big teddy bear.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you guys spending Valentine's Day together?
Oh,
Like in a friendship way. What is your favorite Valentine's Day you ever had?
When I was like 6, I just ate a lot of chocolate. That's about all I remember.
Okay.
And I threw up. That was not a good part of it.
Well, it sounds like it was memorable. Great. Thank you very much.
like there was this girl I really liked, and she gave me a Valentine. So.
Oh, so cute.
Randomly in sophomore year of high school, some kid gave me a teddy bear and chocolates, and it was totally out of the blue.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and I totally froze up, and I was like, oh my god, thanks, I love you. And yeah, the feelings were not reciprocal. Like, I did not like him. And so yeah, things got a little mixed up.
I would say I spend my ideal Valentine's Day is dinner and go see a movie, or maybe go see a show like the opera if it's playing on Valentine's Day.
Would you ever ask a girl on a first date on Valentine's Day?
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like a long-term thing. Valentine's Day has big expectations.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, that's really good of you. How are you going to celebrate it as a single individual?
I'm probably going to get drunk with my male friends, play some video games or something.
I don't even know when Valentine's Day is.
It is a week from Friday.
It's a surprise. Can't really tell about her.
Me and my roommates are having a horror film movie night because we're all single.
We're going down to Rhode Island. We got tickets to a concert down there. Ideally, my girlfriend would be in the same state as me, but gonna try to celebrate as best we can, you know, send her some romantic stuff.
That concludes our rove. We basically drew no conclusions about Valentine's Day, but that's okay because everyone's entitled to their own opinion and you can have it and cherish it forever. And if you don't have any plans on Valentine's Day, neither do I. So single forever, if you want to hang out, please let me know. You can contact me via the UMass Yak Back Facebook page or my own personal Facebook page. My name is Molly Plaehn, MOLLYPLAEHN. And my email address is mplaehn@umass.edu. And I'm literally free from 5 until whenever you want. So the whole weekend, it could be a 3-day thing. I don't care. Okay. Can't wait to hear from you. Bye.
Wow. You may have just restored my faith in love. All right. We're going to continue the conversation here in studio. We have Andrew Bernstein.
Hi there.
Brian Paris.
Good day.
And the rover herself, Molly Plaehn. Now, Molly, tell me a little bit about that experience, what it was like to get that emotional insight.
It was interesting because a lot of people didn't really want to talk about Valentine's Day. I felt like there was, well, I guess there were 4 groups of people that I encountered, which were the people that ran away from me when they realized I was trying to talk to them, the people who didn't want to talk to me because it was Valentine's Day, the people who didn't care about Valentine's Day and the people who were pissed about Valentine's Day. And
so there wasn't anyone who was overly enthused?
no one was overly enthused. There
Oh.
were a couple people that were like, it's like okay. They were like kind of positively neutral. Like, kind of like Brian. Brian was kind of positively neutral. But
I'm sorry.
but there were a couple people that were like, I don't really like Valentine's Day, and I was like, talk about that. And then you didn't see it all, but there was some angst.
Not only did I like that rove, but I liked it. Now, Brian, you were in it.
I was. I was in the hatch eating some Indian food, delicious. And walk out, and who do I see but the Molly Plaehn? She offers a microphone in front of me and asks me about Valentine's Day. It was actually a pretty pleasant experience.
You could be the most confident guy in the world, but having just eaten Indian food, of course you're not going to want to be on the topic of romanticism. Or does
I can talk about romance when I usually am sweating when I'm talking about romance. So
Yeah.
This was actually pretty perfect. The timing was all right. She asked me really some, as you all viewers have seen, she asked me some basic questions about life and love, and a few, hit home.
It pulled some of those strings in your heart.
They pulled a few heartstrings.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot about my own personal history, but I thought it was a great segment.
Thanks.
Andy, what about you? Do you have any thoughts on Valentine's Day as, like, how deeply does the day strike you?
Well, it's an interesting question, John, because I've actually got a bit of a strange situation. My birthday is on Valentine's Day, believe it or not.
Wow. Happy belated from last year. Happy early.
Upcoming, right. Yeah, just a short few days from now, yeah. Thank you, first of all. Second of all, it's always been, a little strange because for me, it's always been kind of dulled down because, all my life, I've always gotten 2 cards from my mom on Valentine's Day. One was happy birthday, the other was happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So I never thought of it as much of a big thing. I just thought everyone's mom gave them a card on Valentine's Day, and it turns out it was just mine every year. So to me, it's like it's not such a big deal as it is to other people, the Valentine's Day.
That seems like quite the convenience because someone might give you a gift on your birthday / Valentine's Day. Depending on how you feel about that person, you can interpret it freely.
Well, it works out very well, actually, because my girlfriend and I have been together for almost 5 years now, coming up on 5 years.
I love that,
It's
man.
been
I
a
love
while.
that.
And on Valentine's Day, she just gives me a gift for my birthday. And on our anniversary, which happens to be her birthday, I just give her a gift for her birthday, and we just cancel out those other 2 holidays as if they never existed. So it works to both of our advantage.
Very systematic.
It is, yeah.
You guys don't do anything for Valentine's Day? You don't like go out to dinner?
We go out to dinner for my birthday.
It's his birthday.
Oh, that's kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah, kind
Molly,
of, I guess.
For those fellas out there, all of you fellas watching who want to earn a date with Molly Plaehn, how might we be able to woo you?
Like, just ask me and like I'll probably say yes.
But what's
unless I'm like scared of you.
What's the perfect wording? Because wording is key.
Do you want to hang out? Like.
Oh.
I get it.
What about like?
What do you mean?
Hang out.
No, I mean like I guess like specific plans are nice. I don't know. I've never been asked out.
What?
Well, I guess like kind of once, but it
That's
doesn't
the
really
world's
count.
greatest travesty.
It doesn't
Molly
really
Plaehn.
count.
You're a
'cause I
lovely
like
lady.
women. So yeah, I don't know.
Well-
Anything, surprise me.
All right, Ryan, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I'm actually a nice show, Netflix original, is going to come out that second season of House of Cards. So my
Preach it.
future probably lies in, just hanging out, maybe having a decent, not too nice dinner, and just watching House of Cards all day.
Well, you don't want to go above and beyond.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
All right.
That's on my radar.
So House of Cards. Pick a card, any card. Maybe it'll be a heart. This February, I don't remember the exact day because I don't really trust our calendars, but it's going to be Valentine's Day. It's going to be really sweet, really nice, very warm. I hope for your sake you could find someone. I hope for my sake I can find someone. Because in the game of life, on the seesaw that Valentine's Day is, you're going to have your ups and downs. I hope we all have ups. Up next, we're going to talk about something very important, flapping birds. Stay with us, please. Okay, so we've reached the third and final stop on our Yak Back journey. Our new panel, we have Bridie McDonough, we have Pat Amidon, and we have Stephanie Brockert, new to the show.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about an application that you can put on your smart telephone. It's called Flappy Birds. Now, I just played it for the first time, and I got 2, which is pretty good, pretty good. Now, Bridie, can you tell me what this game's all about?
It's just a bird, and you just have to tap the screen and it like flaps its wings, and you have to fly like through these pipes and just not hit them.
Now, what's your high score?
35.
35. That's remarkable. Pat, I understand you are kind of like a high score leader, at least of the pack. I don't know how that stacks up against global scores, but
it's pretty high.
What's your score?
My high score is 81 as of today.
Wow, today?
Yeah, I did
so
today.
this is a record-setting day.
That's right.
What was your record prior?
Before that, it was 67. When I started playing it, started off, my record was 5, and then I'm like, I gotta do better. And I just kept going through, just gotta do a little bit better each time, and sometimes you just run away with it. You just gotta keep flapping.
Just keep flapping.
Practice makes perfect.
Now, Stephanie, what's your high score?
My high score is currently 50.
50?
Exactly, yes.
It's inferior to Patrick?
I've had that for about a week and a half now. I've not successfully moved past that yet, but I've been trying pretty hard. As sad as it is.
Now, where were you when you set this record?
I was in my room, I believe.
On a bed?
I think I was sitting in my chair in front of my laptop.
Okay, cool.
And I was, scrolling through Facebook, disappointed with social media. So I was like, oh, I'm going to look at my phone. I'm going to start playing Flappy Bird yet again.
Flap it off.
Yeah, and
Flap the world, man.
I just got to 50 one day, and I was very proud of myself for about 10 seconds. And then I was like, oh, wait, this won't get me anywhere in life.
It's actually not true. You want to hear a funny story? It's actually, she got 50. I remember I was in class because she sent me a picture and said, get at me.
Screenshot?
Yeah, so obviously I had to pass her because she had just passed me. And
what was yours at the time?
It was below that. I think it was like 30 something.
Oh,
and
Bridie territory.
The first game I played right after that, I got to 67, and then she said, bye. So after that, she was mad because it was so easy for me to just...
It's a very competitive game. If you have friends that play it, like I have another friend who just started a week ago, and I was talking to him in class earlier, and he was like, oh, my best is 39. And then an hour later, he screenshotted me. I think it was 60-something, and he was like, oh, my next plan is 82, because I told him his best score. And it's a very competitive game if you have friends that play it, and you send each other the screenshots. It's not about it's about like the addiction to the game, but it's also about the competition.
I see.
It's not a very, you don't need to have much skill to play it. You just need to practice a lot.
Okay. That's what somebody who got 50
in hindsight, it's not very impressive as a 21-year-old playing a game of a bird flapping in between pipes. It's kind of, if you explain that to an adult, it's not going to be very impressive.
How long did it take? How long have you guys been playing, though?
We've been playing the same amount of time, but
in terms of weeks.
We started at the same time. We started like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
But she plays significantly more than I do and still doesn't.
Not true.
Usually, for every 5 games she plays, I play 1, and I'm still.
Oh, I see. Well, you have the masculine advantage.
Yep.
Bridie, how long have you been playing?
Since Monday.
Oh, so that explains the lower score.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself reaching the Pat Amidons of the world?
Hopefully. I just got 35 in class today, and I almost stopped
class?
breathing. Before that, my score was like 12, and all of a sudden it was 35, and then I like crashed.
It's so accurate. Once you get to your like high score and you're about to beat it, you literally
just
stop
like,
breathing.
Your ears start ringing. Everything else
There's
is a
nothing
blur.
worse than hitting. Like you get to the point. It's like if your high score is 30, you're at like 28. You're like your heart's racing. You get 29, and then you die before you hit 30, and you're just like, come on.
This stupid
You can
bird.
like feel that flight or fight response. in you.
Does your bird get better at flying, or is it always the same bird? Can you level up birds?
You get like medals. What does that mean?
I don't think it means that.
I think it's every 10 you score, you get a different medal. So if
You think you'd
but
want
they
to
don't, like,
avoid? You think you want to avoid wearing medals if you're a bird who can barely
I think a bird
fly?
has problems.
It doesn't look very healthy.
It can't stay afloat.
It's not a glider, really.
What annoys it, before you even start the game, it's just flying fine. As soon as you start the game, it like can't stay up in the air. It's like it forgets how to fly. It's
And it
like
like nose dives.
bird, yeah, it's like, oh, I forgot, and it just goes straight to the ground.
This reminds me a lot of that game.
The helicopter game.
Well, I know that I played a game online. I think it's called Jetman. It's a guy with a jetpack. It's like kind of the same thing. You just click to keep him alive. But that was much easier because you're going through a pipe. This one, it's tons of open space and then converging Mario-style pipes. Now, like, is it just those pipes the whole time, or will there be
nothing changes?
I've tried to float above and see if there's a cheat above or below, but no such thing exists. So
it'd be cool if it had, like, you guys know about Mario, Pat, I'm sure you do. You know those pipes in Mario, they have little Venus flytrap guys that come up. Nothing like that, it's just constant.
It's just pipes. That's why people, literally, there's no reason to play it except to beat other people. But once you, like, I don't want to play it anymore until somebody gets hired of me, and it's like you need to do better.
There's no place this bird is traveling to. You don't really know where the location of this game is taking place. It's just a bunch of pipes in a field with some buildings in the background.
Yeah, like I don't understand what's with all the pipes, especially the ones that are above. Like if they're just coming from the sky. Like why doesn't he fly just around them or like a different direction? It's like
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's pipes behind him.
Yeah.
Unless he's running from something.
The worst
he has a
location
checkered past. He has a dark secret that he needs to get away from, and the only way is through the pipes. And the only one who can take him there is you, and the rest of these Flapping Bird people. At least I like to think. Now, do you think this is preparing you for anything in life beyond, like, patience? Failure.
Yeah, I think it's a metaphor for life. It's just no matter how easy or difficult something might seem, you just got to keep trying. Eventually, when you least expect it, you'll get through. But the only way you'll do it is if you keep making an effort.
Yeah, I think it's about perseverance and competition, because you're always going to have competition in life, whether it's a real world job. There's always going to be someone better than you. You always want to get a step ahead of them. So I think this game really kind of drives that home, that you really want to be better than the person that you're competing with.
That was very beautiful. Stirringly beautiful, chillingly beautiful. Because at the end of the day, what are we all but a few birds flapping our way home, flapping our way to our next phase of life. We can't technically fly, but we can share our opinions, send them out to you guys, broadcast out. That's how we flap here at UMass Yak Back. Now, we care deeply about ourselves, but we care even more deeply about you. So if there's anything you've learned, please take it to heart, because our message is genuine. And that's why we do this. That's what UMass Yak Back is all about. So please, we have to take a break for now, but we'll see you next week. And remember, it's going to be a very toasty summer.